A daily meal plan in my life will look like wake up, have a papaya or a coconut or a banana. I'm not too into eating actually a lot of fruit because I feel like sugar is sugar, and even if it's fruit, it can be really intense. So I usually, if I eat fruit, I try to mix it with something like almond butter. You know, I'll even put almond butter in my papaya and I'll eat it so it has something to level it out. I like to have eggs on toast. I'm not a huge fan of egg yolks, not because I don't think they're good for you, but because I just personally don't like them. So I will take egg whites and put them on gluten-free toast or tortillas. I'm personally not a huge oatmeal fan, but I know oatmeal can be very good for you in the morning, especially steel-cut oats. They take longer to cook, but they're a lot better for you than instant oatmeal. I'm personally a fan of having a big breakfast and then tapering off the meals throughout the day, because after breakfast you have the whole day ahead of you and you need energy. Personally, from growing up in Asian countries, I really love to have rice for breakfast, or rice noodles, or even like stir-fried vegetables with rice, or something kind of more bulky, or even like rice noodle ramen soup. I love having something more hearty in the morning to get me going. Also, you can make really great shakes or smoothies. You can put kale and aloe vera and turmeric and bananas, strawberries, blueberries, spinach. You can make a combination between like greens and fruit, or you could just do all greens or just do all fruit. Oftentimes I will take gluten-free toast and cut up slices of avocado on top and put a little bit of salt or some nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast can be an excellent substitute for cheese flavor. You can usually find it in like bins at Whole Foods or somewhere like that, where it's that yellow powdery stuff. Not to be confused with yeast that you'd put in bread or something to make it rise. Nutritional yeast you can eat raw. I love to make popcorn and put yeast all over it. My favorite. If you do eat dairy, you could add a little bit of like melted feta or cheese on the top of the toast, and then you put the avocado, and then you could even put some lettuce or spinach or kale on top. Oh, divine. I love food. I'm not a coffee drinker. I do love the taste of coffee, and especially growing up in Kona, sometimes I'll have sips here and there, but it makes me like really jittery, and as you can tell, I'm kind of already the Energizer Bunny and perma high as it is, so I don't really need that caffeine to get going. But when I do, I usually will drink green tea, which I love to bring back from Japan when I go, but you can also get incredible matcha powdered tea from Whole Foods or any coffee shop. Just try not to get it with sugar mixed in or like condensed milk powder. Just try to get raw, pure, not raw, but like powdered, pure matcha green tea. Or you can get the tea bags. Even Costco has really great green tea bags. And that's kind of, for me, that's my pick-me-up, or Earl Grey or jasmine tea. I love to mix it with honey and a little bit of almond milk. That's my favorite. Lunch. For lunch, I will make my healthy Alison burrito, where I'll get, a gluten-free tortilla or a spelt tortilla, and I'll put melted cheese. I don't eat a lot of cheese. I can't actually drink milk or dairy, or I'll be like all day long, but I can eat little bits of cheese, and then I'll put refried or black beans on top, and lettuce and yogurt, like plain yogurt instead of sour cream, salsa, sprouts, kind of, any vegetables you want to put on your burrito, wrap it up. Super good. I guess my favorite and kind of most famous Alison Teal dish would be my kale quinoa salad. I know kale is this big buzzword right now, but it really is yummy, and there's so many incredible farmers around my home here in Hawaii that have really good fresh kale. So what I do is I cook the quinoa, which is an ancient Incan grain. It's very good for you, and it's a great rice substitute. So cook the quinoa, and then I make kale salad. I just rip up the kale. If you want to, you can put lemon juice on the kale and let it sit, and that'll kind of soften it. And then I put chopped carrots on top of the salad. I put chopped apple on the salad. You can grate the carrot if you want to. Then I put sprouts, I put almonds, I put feta cheese, and then I put the quinoa on it, and then I make this incredible dressing, which is a vinaigrette where I put vinegar and some plain yogurt and some honey and some olive oil or coconut oil and a little bit of almond milk, and then I mix it all up, and that is my dressing. And I just could live off that forever. And if you want to get really snazzy, you can go and get like those nori sheets that they roll sushi in and use that instead of a tortilla. And oftentimes I'll take those nori sheets and I'll put my quinoa and my kale and everything in it, and I'll make a wrap and I'll eat it like that. It's really good. Your body knows what it wants. And if right now you are craving 10,000 pounds of French fries, I can guarantee you that I could get you off of that craving. What I would suggest is stop eating it for a month and you won't crave it anymore. It's actually really incredible how if you stop eating something for a while, your body just doesn't crave it. When I went on Naked and Afraid and I didn't eat anything basically, but I didn't eat certain foods for a long time, I came back and I just didn't crave it. I didn't crave sugar, I didn't crave fried food. You just need to kind of wean your system off of really wanting that. And I guarantee you, once you stop, you'll be like, not really craving that today. And once you start feeding your body really nutritional stuff, it'll help. Dinner, love having curries, Thai food, Indian food. I'm very worldly, of course, in my eating, and my family and I like to, cook recipes we've learned from all over the world, and coconut Thai soups and Penang curry, and my mom makes really good Thai food, and we'll put broccoli and carrots and mushrooms and all kinds of yummy vegetables, sometimes tofu. I do eat chicken now. I didn't eat chicken growing up, but after I started exercising so hard, surfing and traveling, I feel like sometimes I really need that protein. I'm like, "Arr, arr, arr, give me some meat." I've never eaten red meat. I don't eat it because it just doesn't feel right to me for some reason. Maybe someday I will take it on, but at this moment I eat fish and chicken and some soy products. I think with soy products it's really all about balance. A lot of people say, oh my gosh, you can't eat soy, you're gonna die. If you eat 45 pounds of tofu, yeah, you're probably not gonna feel too great. But, again, it's about moderation. If you have a cup of soy milk here or there, it's okay. You're not, you're not crazy. One of our kind of famous dinners down here at my grass shack is fish, rice, and salad. So fresh tuna fish from a local fisherman, or ono, the white fish, and a big salad and rice, usually brown rice, and you just mix it all up, and that is kind of a staple here. I'm not a vegan. Personally, my feeling is my body craves what it needs. And, if I woke up one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm craving a cow, I might have to go eat some cow. But, as of now, I wake up and usually crave having a kale salad and, some really yummy soup or a papaya or a coconut. And luckily, I'm pretty in tune with my body where I kind of know what I need. And sometimes, I'll be craving a certain food because I actually need the vitamins in that food. For example, sometimes I get really intense cravings for carob chips. I don't know if you've ever heard of carob chips. They look like chocolate chips, but they're made out of carob. And they actually have a lot of iron in them. And so what I've realized is like, oh, I'm craving carob. That means, oh, I think I'm depleted in iron. And so I'll get carob chips, and then I'll get sunflower seeds, and I'll mix carob chips and sunflower seeds, and it's kind of like having a yummy non-chocolate chocolate snack of like chocolate and nuts, but it's chocolate and seeds. Seeds tend to be a lot better for you than nuts. Nuts are awesome, but they're really intense and they're very rich. And if you sit there and eat a whole jar of peanut butter, you will probably regret it. Almond butter is much better for you than peanut butter. Good organic peanut butter is great, but oftentimes peanuts are highly processed and they're stored in facilities that you would not want to see, with all kinds of weird things running around and sprayed and GMO'd and blah, blah, blah. Try to stay away from canola oil, very processed, GMO'd, no good. For oil, I would highly recommend using coconut oil for every oil need. And you can actually use coconut oil for butter. I recently made my famous gluten-free Alison teal cookies. I'll let you in on the secret recipe for them. It is coconut oil, spelt flour, honey, a little bit of organic sugar, and what is my other secret ingredient? Eggs. You don't have to put eggs, but makes them all fluffy and yummy. You could use an egg replacer, and you basically just cook them and put chocolate chips, like organic dark chocolate semi-sweet chips. So good. You don't have to stay away from sweets, you just have to figure out what is a good dessert to make that isn't super processed and won't, you know, come into your body seeming like some kind of crazy foreign object that will never leave it. So if you have any more questions on health or fitness, just throw me up a comment down there and I will do my best to answer them.